Vegan meat is all the rage lately. It has emerged as a groundbreaking alternative to traditional meat, providing health benefits while reducing environmental impact and animal cruelty. But it wasn't until 2019 that the phenomenon of plant-based meat became popular. Now, it's difficult to go to a restaurant without either seeing plant-based meat or hearing about it. Companies like Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat, operating at the forefront of this technology, have evolved into billion-dollar brands. But how is it made? And is it really healthier than traditional meat? First things first, the concept of vegan meat is not really as groundbreaking as it sounds. In fact, ancient civilizations in Asia, particularly in Japan and China, were among the first to develop meat substitutes. Foods like tofu, made from soybeans, and seitan, derived from wheat gluten, were used as high-protein alternatives to meat during the Tang Dynasty. But tofu wasn't as accessible as vegan meat is today. Way ahead of its time, yes, but only available as a luxury food to the royalty and wealthy families. Thanks to industrialization, though, that problem is now resolved. Now there's another one. While tofu or other plant-based meat alternatives may have all the nutritional qualities of traditional meat, they just can't beat its taste or its smell and texture. However, modern vegan meat companies promise just that. So how did companies like Impossible Foods go about solving the problem? Among the many proteins that give meat its irresistible appeal, there's one called myoglobin. It contains a molecule called Heem. Heem is an iron-rich molecule. You may have heard of hemoglobin. It's the protein in your red blood cells carrying oxygen around your body. It's feeding all the cells in your body, and it's the reason you're breathing, watching this, and thinking about ordering a burger right now. When you cook meat, the Heem catalyzes a bunch of reactions that give meat its signature taste and texture. Because traditional meat alternatives lack Heem, they aren't as appetizing to eat. Interestingly though, plants contain globin molecules which contain Heem just like animals. The root of the soy plant, for example, contains leg hemoglobin, which has, as you guessed it, Heem. But the amount of soy roots required to make enough vegan meat would be outlandish, not to mention heavy on the wallet. So these companies came up with an ingenious solution. Why not engineer a yeast to make Heem for them? Lo and behold, the Heem machine, a critical invention that produces enough Heem for Impossible Foods to create a vegan burger that looks and tastes just like the real deal. But that isn't the only thing at play here. These guys are really going all out. Another one of their approaches is to use a mass spectrometer to analyze what flavors are generated upon cooking meat, which gives them a detailed profile they need to replicate for their imitation meat. It's a complete science. And here's a complete look at what goes into making a vegan burger that resulted in a $4 billion brand. The primary ingredients for the Impossible Burger are sourced from plants. Soybeans, potatoes, and coconut oil are harvested and processed to extract proteins, fats, and other necessary elements. Soy protein is the backbone of the Impossible Burger. However, to make it viable for the patty mixture, it undergoes processing techniques like grinding, soaking, or heating, followed by separation methods such as filtration or centrifugation to extract the protein. The isolated plant-based protein can then be modified using techniques like heating, extrusion, or denaturation to alter its structure, enhancing its functionality and enabling the formation of meat-like textures. Why soybeans? Well, they are an excellent source of plant-based protein and are commonly used in plant-based products because of their ability to replicate the protein profile of animal meat. Next up is the potato protein, extracted from potatoes. It helps bind the other ingredients together and contributes to the burger's texture. Nutritionally, potato protein is rich in essential amino acids, which play a crucial role in enhancing the overall nutritional profile of the burger. Additionally, it contributes to the desired bite of the burger, helping it retain moisture and mimic the juiciness of beef. Finally, coconut oil is used in the Impossible Burger to replicate the fat content found in beef. Fat is a critical component of a burger because it contributes to flavor, juiciness, and texture. Coconut oil, being high in saturated fats, gives the Impossible Burger the necessary richness and mouthfeel that makes it feel indulgent, much like a beef patty. It also helps the burger maintain its moisture during cooking. Now for the star of the show, Heem. Remember how Impossible Foods engineered a yeast to produce Heem for them? How did they do that? Genetic engineering. Genetically modifying yeast involves taking DNA that isn't its own and inserting it into the yeast. For Heem, Impossible Foods takes a soy root DNA sample and inserts it into the yeast. With the new set of genes, the yeast is able to synthesize Heem the same way soy roots do because it contains the DNA to do so. These yeast cells are then placed in fermentation tanks where they grow and multiply, producing large quantities of the protein. Once all the ingredients have been prepared, they are blended together in precise ratios to create the burger patty mixture. The soy protein, potato protein, coconut oil, and various other ingredients are mixed to form a dough-like consistency. This is then combined with the soy-like hemoglobin to create a uniform patty mixture that has the same color, texture, and flavor as beef. The patty mixture is then shaped into individual burger patties, which are then cooked. The cooking process is crucial as it allows the soy-like hemoglobin to react with heat, causing it to change color and release its distinctive meaty flavor. The burger patties are cooked in a manner similar to beef, whether through grilling, pan frying, or baking. After the patties are cooked, they are cooled and packaged for distribution. The Impossible Burger is then sent to restaurants, grocery stores, and other retailers where consumers can purchase it. Vegan meat is an emerging market set to challenge the traditional meat industry, but Impossible Foods isn't the only player in the market. In fact, there are more than one way to make vegan meat. This restaurant, for example, serves 3D printed vegan meat steak. Yes, you heard that right, and they claim that it's almost indistinguishable from real meat. Here's how it's made. Like any other vegan meat, the base of the vegan steak lies in plant-based protein. This particular steak is made from powdered rice and pea protein. Like soy protein for the Impossible Burger, these proteins are chosen for their ability to provide the fibrous texture associated with muscle tissues as well as their nutritional value. Fats, sourced from plant-based oils like coconut or sunflower oil, are incorporated to replicate the juiciness and mouthfeel of animal fats. To achieve the visual appeal of raw meat, natural coloring agents such as beetroot juice are added. Lastly, binders like methylcellulose or starch ensure that the mixture holds together during processing and cooking. The initial step in the production process involves pre-processing the ingredients to create a uniform mixture. The selected plant-based components are blended into a paste or liquid, ensuring that the proteins, fats, and other elements are evenly distributed. This step is crucial for achieving the desired consistency and flavor profile. To enhance the taste, a combination of spices, natural flavors, and other additives is introduced. These additions are meticulously calibrated to replicate the savory and umami notes characteristic of real meat. The resulting mixture serves as the raw material for the 3D printing process. Once the plant-based mixture is prepared, it is loaded into the cartridges or extruders of a specialized 3D printer. This printer is equipped with advanced technology capable of constructing vegan meat layer by layer. The design of the printer allows for precise control over the placement of the mixture, enabling the creation of structures that closely mimic the muscle fibers and marbling of animal meat. By alternating layers of protein-rich and fat-rich mixtures, the printer can replicate the intricate patterns found in cuts of meat, such as steaks or fillets. This level of customization ensures that the final product is not only visually similar to traditional meat, but also replicates its texture and mouthfeel. The 3D printing process is highly versatile and can be tailored to produce various types of vegan meat products. For example, this printer can create thin slices of deli meat, thick cuts of steak, or even ground meat for burgers and sausages. This adaptability makes the technology suitable for a wide range of culinary applications, catering to diverse consumer preferences. Moreover, the precision of the printing process allows for consistent quality and appearance across batches, ensuring that consumers receive a reliable product every time. So by now, it's clear that the vegan meat process is able to produce all kinds of meat. But is it really worth it? One of the primary reasons for the shift towards vegan alternatives is the environmental cost of traditional beef. You see, the global beef industry produced nearly 60 million tons of meat in 2023. To put that into perspective, that's about 17 pounds of meat per person on the planet. And a lot goes into producing that much meat. Let's start on the farm. Raising cows requires a lot of land. Just how much? Well, imagine clearing rainforests the size of El Salvador every year just to make room for cattle. These cows release tons of methane too, a potent greenhouse gas, not to include the emissions from slaughtering, processing, packaging, and transporting meat. And these aren't stopping anytime soon. As the world's population continues to grow, the demand for protein is expected to rise dramatically. Here's where vegan meat comes in. Unlike traditional meat production, which is responsible for a staggering 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions, plant-based alternatives are dramatically greener. For example, producing a Beyond Burger emits 90% fewer greenhouse gases compared to a beef burger, while an Impossible Burger cuts emissions by 89%. The environmental advantages don't stop there. Livestock farming takes up nearly 77% of global agricultural land, yet it contributes only 18% of the world's calories. This inefficiency drives deforestation and habitat destruction, especially in biodiverse regions like the Amazon. Vegan meats, on the other hand, use up to 99% less land, preserving precious ecosystems and reducing the strain on our planet. Water savings from plant-based meat are just as impressive. It takes about 15,400 liters of water to produce a single kilogram of beef, whereas creating vegan meat alternatives requires a fraction of that, up to 99% less. Imagine the impact of swapping just one beef burger for a plant-based one. Not only would you cut emissions, but you'd also conserve a significant amount of water, a resource that's becoming increasingly scarce. Even the way we grow food becomes more efficient with vegan meat. Traditional livestock farming involves feeding animals massive amounts of crops, up to 25 kilograms of feed for every kilogram of beef. By skipping the middleman and going straight to plant-based proteins, vegan meat delivers the calories we need without wasting resources, making it a smarter and more sustainable choice. So yes, it is better for the planet than traditional meat. But is it better for us too? Let's not forget vegan meat is a replacement for meat, not a salad. And so nutritionally, it's pretty much the same as meat when it comes to protein and calories. But vegan meat on average has less fat and no cholesterol. It also has no antibiotics or hormones. It does, however, contain much more sodium than traditional meat and is highly processed. So in the end, it's safe to say that it's not necessarily healthier than traditional meat. But it's here to stay. The Impossible Burger, for example, has made its way onto menus of major restaurant chains like Burger King, where it's the star of the Impossible Whopper, and other fast casual eateries as well as grocery stores around the world. It's got the backing of several high-profile chefs and celebrities too, as everyone contributes their part in making the planet greener. Let's admit it, the technology behind vegan meat is fascinating, but it still has a long way to go if it's to become a serious contender for replacing traditional meat. It might be greener for the planet, but it isn't tastier or healthier than its traditional counterpart yet. What about you though? If you were at a restaurant that offered both options, would you go for vegan meat or good old traditional? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to keep watching if you're down for more videos on how things are made.